Michaelhouse music department is a strong and enthusiastic one. They've built steadily over the years. They have a great number of boys who are world-class, fantastic, they produce wonderful music. For some time now they've been saying that they'd like to take music to the next level at Michaelhouse.
The Rock in the Bush was started 20 years ago by Richard Koch, and last September Monty Brett and Richard Koch said to me, what about a musical festival at Michaelhouse?
And I think everyone agreed that it would be wonderful to have a music festival at Michaelhouse. And so Gary Rafe set up a meeting with Greg Teron, the headmaster, and it just sort of grew slowly over some months until here it is, the Michaelhouse Music Festival.
We were very keen to have community involvement in it, A, and B, we were very keen to have boy involvement in it. We wanted boys to take part, and it's been wonderful to see the boys singing.
Here comes the sun, and I say, what a wonderful world. It's only a baby, ain't got that oh, it's for the only one I see. Said I've got you under my skin.
Well, the big idea was to have collaborations, different music from around this area, as well as up in Johannesburg.
We needed to involve as many of the local people as we could in terms of community choirs or other schools, and it happened to be held on the weekend of the Kearsney-Michaelhouse rugby match. Knowing that Kearsney had a good choir, that was one of the starting points, that we could build a choir concert around the fact that Michaelhouse has a choir and Kearsney has a choir.
A heaven full of stars over my head, misty red, with beating hearts of fire.
And William Silk, who directs the choir at Michaelhouse, suggested including the Midlands Youth Choir, and I had a choir in Johannesburg, and it seemed like a great opportunity to put several choirs together and reap the benefits of that joint music activity. In many ways, the groups performing were determined by the nature of the weekend itself, and then because I've got good contacts in the classical music world, we could bring in the KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic Orchestra, who happened to be free this weekend. I mean, there were a lot of happy coincidences. So one thing led to another, and some of the performers come from the KZNPO, a quartet or a duo or whatever it is, so that we can form a variety of acts, if you like, musical acts for the weekend. And we've had a wonderful variety of musical acts.
When I wrote this quartet in 1893, I wanted to write something that for once was very melodious and straightforward. So that's the break. Now listen to the second violin. When you listen to chamber music, it's like listening to a really, really interesting conversation.
After I graduated from Juilliard, I began a residency program at Carnegie Hall. And as part of that program, I traveled to South Africa to perform chamber music and to conduct educational master classes with many of the townships, and to play with the KwaZulu-Natal Philharmonic.
I get to work with people like Joanna, who's amazing. I think we're incredibly lucky to have her in this part of the world, in this country really, and she's a formidable soloist and a great energy to work with.
Ready, steady, go!
Friday night we started off with Nibs van der Spey with his Bons Amigos, his friends. Very sort of Afro-jazz style of music, bluesy, blues rock feel.
You're my call, you're my prayer.
Saturday afternoon we had Platform Jazz doing a performance of Swing Time, which involved a number of our boys as well performing well-known jazz standards. To Schubert or not to Schubert? That was the question, with Aubrey Fenter, Hannes Eberson and myself performing songs from Schubert, Lieder songs, some piano pieces, duets. Sunday evening, a moving rendition of War and Peace by the Chanticleer Singers and Richard Koch.
The devastated landscape looked terrible in its true colors. Clay and mud and broken brick. But when it was covered in snow, it was beautiful.
What we'd like to do is extend the size of the festival. We would like to have more and more boys involved in it.
But it's home to me and I walk.
For next year we'd like to involve a lot more youthful, inspiring acts catering for all spectrums from young to old.
this. It's been an opening concert and it's been a great success, and I wish the festival a great future.
I would be humbled to be invited again. The audience was so warm and inviting.
We have to be deeply grateful to RMB. It's just about the only destination that will still support cultural events.
I could see it developing into something really exciting for the whole Midlands.